Okay. What's going on, everybody? George Osei back at it again with another video. Thanks for showing some love for me lately. I be taking long breaks, but I try not to leave y'all for too long. So the Diddy trial done started, and at first I was like, I'm just gonna sit back, wait, see what happens. I have a suspicion that he might walk, but I could be wrong. But then something caught my eye. Pause. Throw my banner up. And yeah, someone caught my eye. And I tweeted about it. Pull my tweet up. Should do numbers too. But it says here Cassie's husband just found out she drank piss. Dark days are ahead of him. And someone commented, and you're assuming she didn't discuss these things with him pre-trial. Ladies, let me tell you something. That is not a good way to start off a first date. About how you consumed urine while you're with your last boyfriend. That is considered baggage. No man wants to deal with that. But ladies, after he done proposed, after he done put a baby in you, you tell him you drank piss, what else is he gonna do? Hmm? I mean, hold up. Just look at this man. Does this man look like a guy? How you pretty good? That's okay. Knowing that the whole world knows he wiped up a woman that drinks urine? Alex, it's me. Alex, it's me. Alex, it's me. Some dark days indeed. I keep eyes on him. Make sure he alright, you know? That is a lot. The secrets of women sometimes, man. No, a wise man once said, if she's over the age of 25, hire a private investigator. Men don't vet women very well. And Cassie, there is more to this. Hold up. Because she's pregnant too. That man is like, yo, I just got her pregnant. She drinking urine. And he think about all the times they share toothbrushes together. I'm telling you. He looking at everything differently now. Like the post nut clarity is wild. But it's too late. It's far too late. But let's since it's a federal trial, I don't think we can actually hear them. But there is coverage. Okay, got a recap of the testimony. Mind you, the urine story was day one. I think this might go on for a whole year personally. But can you see my screen? Yeah. Yo, she looks humongous. All right. Says here, Cassie Ventura. Mind you, she took $30 million from this man. That is some expensive urine. So she talked about the freak offs. Are they gonna put her on trial again? Some of these details of her testimony are graphic. They always gotta tell you that. Mind you, I don't even know why he's on trial. What does the piss got to do with? Can you get thrown in jail for this? I have no idea. Um, he pled not guilty to charges that include racketeering, conspiracy, sex trafficking, and transportation to engage in prostitution. Okay, so pimping. This is why there are no pimps today, and they're all pastors, by the way. So early stages of the relationship, when she was an underage 21-year-old. That's right. At 21, apparently you don't know right from wrong, and you will leave Ryan Leslie, who, as far as I know, is not making women drink piss, as far as I know. Ventura testified that their relationship started off platonically. We starting this off crazy. Okay. When she was signed to Bad Boy in '06, she was 19. She later told the court she was really confused the first time Combs kissed her while celebrating her 21st birthday in Vegas. He described her as a fun guy who also happened to have my career in his hands, saying he called all the shots while she was younger. Ah, oh yeah, we gotta break that down, fellas. This is why you don't mix business with pleasure. You cannot sit there in an authoritative role with an attractive woman, having all this power. Things could be normal if you cross that barrier. You know, there's a thing called hypergamy. Women constantly are looking for the best partner, mate. And if you are on the verge of completely changing her life, you can't cross those lines. You have to be responsible with your Johnson. And right from the jump, she letting that jury know that this is a power dynamic that she fell victim to. This is smooth. This is smooth. It don't look good for Diddy. I'll tell you that much. So the allegations of abuse, right? Ventura says some of their arguments will be violent and result in some sort of physical abuse. You smashed me in my head, knocked me over, dragged me, kicked me, stomped me in the head. If I was down, she said, Combs experienced mood swings, and if she didn't answer her phone, he would call her insensibly or send staff to find her, Ventura testified. Well, this sounds like someone who wants to keep track of what you're doing. You see, you can't be drinking the drink, flying on them jets, using up his resources, and think that you can escape. Because guess what? He knew you had a man and he took him from you. He took you from him. So, of course, he's always thinking in the back of his mind that you can be taken as well, right? So, this is why he thinks he can behave this way. This is why you don't mix business with pleasure. Because he thinks one of two things: either you're going to get signed off, or you going. He must not know many people that drink piss. I'm, I'm just gonna put that out there. I don't think at this time he knew that there were people like you roaming these streets. That curious. The beginning of the sexual encounters. These breakdowns. There I go. In the first years of the relationship, years with an S on it. Like, what year are we in? We started in '06. I don't even know what year we're in right now. This, I don't like these timelines. They're not clear to me. Proposed this sexual encounter that he called voyeurism, where he would watch me be in intercourse with another man, which shocked her. She said she didn't feel like she could refuse them, adding that Combs controlled a lot of her life. Well, of course he did. You mentioned this prior. But were you shocked in a scared way, or were you shocked in a, oh, I like this type of way? Shocked. It can be not always negative. Not always negative. Description of these freak offs. She said she was about 22 years old when Combs first asked her to have a freak off. Ventura agreed because she wanted to make him happy. She stayed away for days at a time without sleep against her will. She testified, and Combs would decide when the counters would end. Combs also directed every detail of the freak off. They often followed a similar pattern, she said. All right, so we jumping all over the place. So you meet at 19, crosses line at 21. What happened at 20? Now we're at 22. Okay, I don't know. I just don't like how this is documented. But at 22, she said up without sleep against her will, right? Drugs. She was fully on the drugs at this point. Now, who supplied the drugs? She doesn't get into it, at least here, but we know drugs are involved. I mean, how else would you be able to stay up all them days? Emotional testimony. Victoria says she felt like the freak offs were the only time she could get with Combs. I felt disgusted. I was humiliated. I didn't have the words to put together at the time how horrible I really felt. I couldn't talk to anyone about it, Ventura said. She says she took drugs to disassociate from the experience. Ah, the drugs. There they are. So this happens a lot too. When you see something like this, people think about the hotel video. They will say, why didn't she run? Hmm? But then the hotel video shows you that she did try to run. He put her in the people's elbow. Now, she doesn't fully get into details here, but you see, she's used this felt word. She felt disgusted. This is emotional right here, as you see from emotional testimony. So her feelings are taken over right here. But feelings change through time. So in hindsight, she felt disgusting. But we don't know how she felt in the moment. At least we can't confirm. Can't confirm how she felt in the moment here. Why? Because she was on drugs. She's on drugs. And this makes this quite complicated. Because if you're on drugs and your abuser is on drugs, then the both of you are not in your right minds. So it's very hard to pin someone at fault when drugs and alcohol is involved with these type of situations. May not matter though. May not matter, but saying, the drug thing is little. I don't know. I don't know, man. Power dynamics. She said Combs was very involved in her physical appearance and had specified instructions for Ventura's clothing and nails for freak offs. Well, Cassie, you didn't have a job. He had to dress you up. How's his money? She testified that if he disapproved of her, Combs staff took away her belongings. Because they didn't belong to him. Her. Mm. She told the jury how at times Combs himself would urinate on her or demand an escort to do so. Ventura testified that she didn't want anyone to urinate on her, added that she felt humiliated. Again, you know, this is a hindsight statement. As far as I know, no woman out there wants their sexual activities broadcasted to the whole world. So this is this is like one of those deals where this woman felt very strongly about Diddy. In a weird way, she must have, due to the power dynamics, she must have felt incredibly safe and comfortable around this man. But now that she's broken away from that, she can now really be like, this is how shit really went down. And again, this, there's something missing here. How was Diddy in between these freak offs? Did he actually provide the proper aftercare? It doesn't sound like it. The controlling nature that she's describing, I can't really read between the lines here to see if he even showed any compassion. You know, a lot of these women who are into this type of stuff, it's like segmented um, consent. So before the freakiness go down, right? The level of freakiness you get depends on how she feels about you, right? Then once the freakiness is happening in the moment, you know, you can do whatever to her because she believes that after that, you're going to treat her right, give her some aftercare, let her know that, you know, let her know that she has earned positive praise and that during the moment, the degrading that went down, you don't actually do it out of hate. It's like a weird way of showing love. And I'm not really getting that here. But it's only her side of the story. We'll see. We'll see what happens. But it's some things to consider when you want to do this freaky ass shit. Like you gotta be very, very careful with how you treat them prior, during, and afterwards. They remember all that shit. Arranging details. When booking hotel rooms or dancers, Combs and Ventura used aliases, he said. Typical. Other times, Combs' staff will make arrangements, he said. Okay. Ventura also testified Combs tasked her with finding escorts. Okay. She was the bottom bitch. Combs had specifically physical requirements and had to approve the escorts, she said, adding that he wanted her to check if the person was a cop. Woo! She says some escorts participate in these freak offs in multiple states, and sometimes she or a travel agent for Combs help coordinate their travel. Uh-oh. This woman is bringing everybody down. The hotel altercation. Ventura described the altercation between her and Combs at the Intercontinental Hotel in 2016. Damn, we done skipped 10 years. that was caught on security camera. The jury has already seen several times. Said it started when she tried to leave a freak off before it was over. Combs hit her and she ran out as fast as she could. She testified. Okay. Cassie's going to continue to testify tomorrow. Okay. Anything else? Proud of her testifying. This is crazy. Did he bring his family to hear about the dripping that was going on? For the why? I don't understand. And there's videos of this stuff. So, yeah. Mm-mm-mm. It's not looking good for him, man. At, at some point, we may get down to the motivation beyond the the physical assaults. I believe she has incredibly strong feelings for this man. Did he promise her anything like a wedding ring, babies? Because they were together for at least 10 years. And during that 10-year time span, he got another woman pregnant. You think you're going to piss on somebody and not give him a baby? I don't know, man. This man is making a lot of mistakes. But who knows what's about to happen? New York is a funny place. All right. I think that's all I got for right now. Wherever you see this, like, comment, and subscribe. Catch you on another day.